Hello there! Welcome chat to another stream. I was going to go live a bit early, but I decided rather than go live, I'd check out the brand new Doomsday trailer. And wow, I cannot wait to see the return of the X-Men. But hello there, today I want to take a little look at some of the Polybags that have been announced for February, which feels weird. February Polybags, I'm not sure. I feel like January is the right time for Polybags, and I don't know if that's just because we get most of them announced. Star Wars, we don't even see the Polybag really till May. We did build it last year. The Vader's TIE Advance, for anyone waiting for that. But gift with purchases, I don't know if I will be picking up many of the Polybags going forth, especially taking a look at some of the new ones. I think Polybags used to be a great way to get minifigures, and Animal Crossing is still going strong with that. Got some really good Animal Crossing Polybags. There's meant to be another one on the way. But taking a look at the Spider-Man one, which was my route into picking up the Anti-Venom, I don't think I'll be picking that up again. I don't think I'll be picking that up anymore. Hello there, hello there. Oh, where did I go? I've lost myself. There I am. So there are a few new Polybags. The Smart Brick has also been released. You did get a blue brick separator. Oh wait, one of these ones, or is it a bright blue? I'd love me a bright blue. I might have to steal that. Makes sense. My fiance's in chat. Tinks building the miniature Diagon Alley. I can't remember the name for it. The really big miniature Diagon Alley. It's like as big as the actual Diagon Alley in length, if not a little longer. Just taking a look at Lego here. There doesn't seem to be anything new. There was something I saw earlier. A page on Ninjago that popped up instead of the Smart Play. And it was just talking over the anniversary of Ninjago. So I'm going to try and find that for you. And we can have a little look at what they've got for the Smart Play, what they've got on Lego.com, and also the images for the Polybags. Oh, we've got new sets on the Homes page. Fair enough. Nothing on Ninjago. Can't remember how I found it now. Hope I've still got that up on my phone, so I can at least take a look at it afterwards. Let's find the Polybags. We've already got the Star Wars ones and all the other ones that we took a look at last year out on shelves. Oh, there we go. Set 7644 is the Harry Potter one. Oh, Ninjago board game. That's interesting. Where the were they that long ago? A week ago? What? Already? Hello there, Vaughn. No problem. Stay as long as you like. So, let's pop these up on screen. I wish I'd set this up beforehand. Okay. Marvel, DC, Harry Potter, Creator, Minecraft and Sonic are the brand new Polybags that we've got a look at. And there we go. Here's the Spider-Man one. I'm not a massive fan of this, just because of the mini Venom. Apparently it's a reference to like the comics or something. I don't know if anyone gets it. Phil and Bricks, welcome, hello there. Don't know if anyone, I suppose my partner did say that this is like Venom sneaking under the safe and could probably fit through like the smallest of small gaps. I don't know how I feel about the Dream's body being used like this, though. I mean, it's better than some of the other Venoms we've seen, that's for sure. Better than just getting ahead. Let me turn that off, clear the audio. A good way to get Spider-Man and the board that's included in this year's annual. Lego Annual 2026 comes with that skateboard. We've seen Spider-Man sets come with it. We've seen £9 city sets. Motorcycle Chase, I think it is, with that same skateboard, the exact same green and everything. Hello there, Thorsten, welcome. And I do want to build this because I think it's quite a nice cash machine. Not a big fan on this. I think if we move on, yeah, we've got a few closer images. There's a vent in it, which is really nice for the Millennium Falcon. A contactless phone for the screen, telling you to tap your card to withdraw money. only 100 in it, and because it is a Marvel poly bag, we've got the chewing gum on the floor, just like the bigger one. Yeah, it is interesting. Also in the game Spider-Man 2, there is an anti-venom, which is this guy. Didn't know he was in the second game. Haven't played the second video game, and I know Miles is in that as well, like main character Spidey Miles. And I think, was Venom in the trailer, or is there a Venom game coming out? Something like that. Okay, this one's cool. We'll get on to Batman in a minute. Yeah, I like the anti-Venom minifigure. I think this is a great chance to have put the minifigure in. I wonder if anti-Venom wasn't included in the Spider-Man mech, if this would have been the minifigure, and they decided to switch it up. I don't know if this anti-Venom, let's get up if you can get this white body, because the Dreamlings from Lego Dreams, which is a really fun series. I did enjoy Dreams. Don't know if it is coming to an end. Yeah, the Dreamlings, these guys. The Dreamlings have this torso. We've got the space torso. We've got all sorts of torsos here. But I think it has come in white before, but only with printing. So this is the first plain white, unless I don't actually think the plain torso is coming up on the first page. There's only one page. Yeah, what about the plain torso? The Dreamling, guys, is it not listed? Oh, I guess it wouldn't be under Dreamling. Oh, that makes sense. What colours does it come in? Light aqua, black, any white? No white. So it hasn't come out in white yet. That's pretty nice. It's $3.99 each in Germany. No question, buy them all. I think it's £3.50 here, and you can get them 3 for a tenner usually. But this is a good one. If you haven't picked up Anti-Venom, this was going to be my way of picking them up in a cheap poly bag. The head print especially. I think the rest of the minifigure is like printed torso, white arms, white legs. So you could just nab white minifigure and decal the torso if you really didn't want to buy the full one. I think it's quite nice to add to the collection. But this poly bag is probably the best poly bag of the year. I still probably won't pick this up. I have too many Batmen. That's what it is. The Batman's missing the utility belt. What's going on with this? Where's the utility belt for Batman? Like the physical utility belt. They've outdone it for printing. Oh, does it not fit with... No, it definitely fits with the rubber capes, because the rubber capes have quite a distance from the back. I don't know why they haven't used the yellow utility. Huh. Interesting. We do have Wayne and the Batman. Bruce Wayne and the Batman in the same poly bag. Would have been nice to have given Batman a dual-sided face. Now, impossible, not even a dual-sided face, just one face. It would have been really hard to do, but I think Lego could have printed on this translucent blue head. All they needed to do is print a mouthpiece. I can't talk. You know what? All Lego needed to do was print a mouthpiece. There we go. Hey, we did it. On the other side of this translucent head, the neck should be sunk into the hood, so that gap shouldn't be present. And then, if at first you don't succeed, try and do or do not. There is no try. If at first you don't succeed, do or do not. There is no try. What a day, eh? Yeah, I think that's the only way you could improve this. We also mentioned on Sunday, I am currently playing through all 3 Batman games in the run-up to the new one coming out in March. Really excited for that. And I've also found out what basically the game is. So this Sunday we will be continuing with the heroes. There is more. There are more missions that we missed out, even though we got the credits for the end of the game, which I guess some people just leave it there. Don't play anymore. The only way this could be different, I mean, it would have been nice to have got the one from the game. Got a nice, like 3x3 round printed tile. Maybe 4x4. No, it would be what, 6 by 6. Maybe make it an 8 by 8 and add a translucent brick in the middle to hold up the minifigures. That would have been pretty cool to see. I think for a lot of Batman fans, this is an easy pickup. I would even, I'd even say about building another arch and making it like a weapons rack. I know how we feel about weapons racks, but Batman's the one character that definitely gets away with a weapons rack. Here we got Harry Potter, Dumbledore's office with Harry Potter. No Dumbledore. Would have been nice to have seen Dumbledore. I think a polybag does complicate it a bit, getting the robed character and then having to add some slopes and other bricks to sit them down. This is pretty nice. Dumbledore isn't too hard to get nowadays. And we've got Fawkes. We've got Harry Potter, as said. We've got the Sorting Hat. We've got the Gryffindor sword. We also have the little well, which is where they stick their head in. They see the memories. We've seen that used quite a bit. I actually started playing through Hogwarts Legacy, and it's used in one of the opening chapters of that. Nice how they've used the bracket and the brick, because that's what, 3 plates? That's a full brick's height and width, so that keeps with each of the books. I guess that's like either a triple whammy book, Lord of the Rings style, or maybe just 3 books in a row. And I like the pattern going down here, a lot of good parts, and you get Fawkes. Don't know how many sets Baby Fawkes has come in. Probably not too many. There's a closer look. And then we've got some of the city and other, the less popular IPs coming up. We got the carrot. The cute bunny, this is called, with 3 eggs, very similar to previous years, but still its own polybag. Just like with parrot polybags that seem to be a dime a dozen, you could collect, didn't you? You could collect all these bunnies. And the last one we got, trying to think if I built last year's or if the 2024 one was the white one. I remember using, for the body, we used the printed piece from the 4+ A-Wing set, because I didn't have that slope in white, and just covered it with the carrot. Got away with that, and it's a nice brick usage for the arms. These 2 1x1 bricks with the little modified decoration on. Very hard to use those otherwise, so maybe animal arms is how we can use them. Minecraft. Okay, Minecraft's quite popular. Campfire, roses, some flowers, a bee, beeswax, no hive. Hive would have been nice. Maybe even to get like a 1x1. I think a 1x1 beeswax tile is in order, and then we could get a 2x2 brick crate that the beeswax can be put in. Wooden shovel as well. I don't think wooden tools are very common in modern day sets. Don't think there's an update to Alex. Doesn't seem to be. And a zombie that is out of scale because it's positioned further back in the render. So they pull it forward and it looks like the original design of the zombies. For those of you that don't know, zombies were going to be a bit smaller. I think all the mobs, all the characters, even Steve at one point, was going to be like I don't even think it was 1x1. I don't know how the legs would have worked. But the creepers as well were like 1x1 brick wide, but they had legs. And their legs probably wouldn't function. But there's a fun little fact. You can do a bit of digging, research into that. And then another bad nick, we've got Scorp. Not part of the ideas, so this is minifigure scale, maybe. Closest Lego will get to it. And I don't think we have... No, we did get Beedrill, didn't we, in one of the bigger sets? Was that Beedrill? So we've got basically all of them that I know. I don't really recognise Scorp. I can't say that I remember this guy from the games or Go or Badnik, I guess, but I like the design of the ball up here. It's not brick, and the dishes to make it look like a ball. Dead giveaway. You get some rings. I think this is a welcome addition to many Sonic fans' collections. If I had to pick 3 from this, it'd definitely be Sonic, because I've built all of the Badniks so far. Might start a little collection going in the background. I've got an idea for my Sonic figures though, and I can't fit the Badniks. Otherwise, maybe we can get some miniature versions of the Badniks. We'll have to see how much space we've got. I think we actually have all the parts to build this, so I might just construct this anyway for the Minecraft city. And The bunny's a fun one. If I can part this out at Easter, I might do. But if I had to pick up three, it'd definitely be the Batman. It would also be the Badnik. Because of what I've picked up and we're going to be taking a look at today in this stream, I think I'd have to go with the Harry Potter one as well, just for the elements. Now that being said, I'd probably end up giving it to my partner, and she has pretty much all of this. Maybe not the well. Just a fairly straightforward build. Anyway, what are we doing today? So, we've taken a look at the new Polybags. There we go, stream's over. Thanks for watching. I'm joking. Stream's far from over. It's just beginning. Today we're going to be taking a look at originally building the Lego Polybag early, but I actually managed to come across a certain set with this anti-venom for fairly cheap, and I don't want to spoil anything, but I have a massive bag of orders. I have to admit, it's not filled with Lego. There is room for a few more, but I am so far behind on orders. I had to take them out of their boxes just to fit them under the desk still. So we've got a lot to get through in January. But today we're going to be taking a look at what's inside this bag right here. And if we've got time, maybe build in a little more. Maybe we get another similar set in. Maybe we'll get a few different orders in, because I have to get through them somehow. Genuinely, after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year, I think most of these orders were ordered then, and most of these orders were placed then, and they've just been arriving every couple of days. It's very nice, but I do miss not having that one big Lego order. You're sure no one has Alex? Is Alex really common in Minecraft? Because a lot of the sets that me and my partner have are like Steve Alex centered. We don't have a lot of the skins. But I feel like I haven't picked up many Minecraft sets recently. The last one I picked up for myself was, I think it was when they started rolling out the 2x2 chest. I can kind of remember it. Let's see if I can. It's definitely not being sold by Lego today. I don't think it's being sold. It came with... Did it come with a goat? I want to say it might have been the one introducing the goat. That's how long it's been since I got a Minecraft set. I'll see if I can find it. Hello there, Grievous! I've noticed with everything, they have a common minifigure. Ninjago have the ninjas. I suppose they're common minifigures, but at least there's like 5 or 6 now. Because you've got, and on the 15th anniversary thing that I was talking about, I really want to find it by the end of the stream. We've got, they mention the original 6 ninjas for 15 years, or they don't specify the original 6, but you know, they say, 15 years of our 6 heroes, and they include Lloyd and Nia, which is nice. They have basically been along for the entire ride, even if they weren't on all the posters. I thought it was interesting that they included them. Alright, what sets does this guy come in? Oh, the Swamp Adventure for 2023. We picked up that one. So it wasn't the frog. Was it the goat? I'd say the greatest of all time, but actually they're quite annoying to bump into in-game. They just send you flying across the mountainsides. Only come in one set, the Frozen Peaks. I don't believe that. Is it a special head mold? Only released in one? Here we go, the Bakery is the set that I was thinking of. Damn, 2022. Came out even before the 2023. Any 2024 sets? 2024 Minecraft sets. Let's see. Oh, 2024 I got the cheap one. I don't even need to look at this. 2024 I got the $9.99 one, and that was Steve's campfire that came with a camel, didn't it? I remember writing it on the board. There's nothing on there for this year. 2025. That might have been the first year I didn't get a Minecraft set. Hello there from South Africa. Hello there, South Africa. Whilst you still exist in the mind of Lego, oh dear, not for long, is it? Still can't believe Bricklink are pulling out. That's crazy. That is nuts. It's well, Lego themselves aren't pulling out. It is just Bricklink, and Brickow is very much still alive. Bricklink are going down a dark path that I can't follow. With their Bricklink designer sets, I think they have announced a few more. There's a few designs that I thought were good. There is one that I don't like how Lego have done with it. They have changed it a little bit. And I think the Ninjago reference actually is pretty funny for the new one. I don't think I'll be taking much a look. Never really liked the Bricklink designer program sets. The only ones that are an exception to that, and I've also seen someone build them, are the mushroom houses. Definitely the mushroom houses would be a set that I'd be interested in. But there's something about them that looks like something I could have built. And I think that's what the Bricklink designer programs are meant to look like. But if I'm buying a Lego set, I kind of want it to be basic, and then I can modify it, build it myself. Oh, we picked up a few of these sets: the Never Lava Battle, the Lush Cave Fight. All right, I'm gonna have to pick up a Minecraft set this year, just so we don't end that streak. One of the 70 Bricklink stores getting hit by it. Oh, there's definitely more than 70 Bricklink stores. There's 35 countries on it. And I know one of the countries has been a big backlash because there's quite a few creators. There's people on the platform, not with massive accounts, but you know, decently sized accounts in terms of the outreach on them, and they're shutting them down. Oh, there you go. 70 Bricklink stores in South Africa. That's one of the 35 countries that is being hit by this. That's crazy. That's 200. That's not 2,000 total, is it? 2,500. I'm gonna have to search this. 70 times 35. Please don't be 2,450. And South Africa wasn't the biggest on the list. South Africa wasn't the biggest country on the list. Brazil was nuts that they're pulling out because that's a big percentage of Lego fans. Yeah, use Brickowl instead. Fully support that. I think Bricklink is shutting down. They did say more countries were to come. What have they got left? North America and Europe. Even then, there are European countries on the list, weren't there? One or two? Yeah. Yeah, it's hard for stores to move because I initially set up my store on Bricklink and went to move to Brickowl, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not too into this. Selling isn't for me. I'm a builder. This is too hard, and just didn't do it. But there are a lot of apps that make it seamless, a lot easier, and there's a lot going on. Lego, for them, the problem I don't think is with the whole shutting down stores in countries. If that's what Bricklink want to do, you know, well, that's what they're going to do. There's going to be a program, or Brickow is just going to replace them as the biggest second-hand Lego selling platform. But to do this when they're launching something as big as the Smart Play brick and the Smart Brick, the Smart Play system, I think it's quite ballsy, Lego. I do think it's quite ballsy, Lego. Anyway, we can talk about it all stream whilst I open this bag here. What this is the Spider-Man mech that I picked up, not for retail, $12.99, not for £10, but for cheaper than two CMF minifigures, £5. It was a parent of a kid that was making way for new Lego sets. They only wanted £5 for it, and I haven't even checked everything's here because honestly, for this price, I said as long as Venom was there, the anti-Venom minifigure, I'd pick it up. I've checked, anti-Venom's in the bag, so I'm happy. And this is what we're going to be building today. I might build the Polybag as well later on. I've even got the instructions to hand, and better yet, they hadn't claimed the points, so I went ahead and did that earlier. But I'm excited to build this because I wanted the Spider-Man and the Superman mech. If I can pick up the Superman mech for a £5, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. And I haven't washed these parts either. I do urge you to wash your Lego bricks before you build them if you've got them second hand. But these have sat in the bag for weeks now, so these have basically quarantined any of the worst diseases. So I'm just gonna have to remember to wash these at some point when I part it out. Oh, thank you, Deezer. Especially the Advent series. I can't wait to do it this year. I've got some bigger and better mocks in store. Hopefully, having done it last year, I will be ready for what this year has, because I think the fact that I recorded the Advent series, the Mockember series I did, like 3 times for the first couple of videos, was nuts. I kept changing it, and I was finding the groove at the time. So we're definitely going into 2026's Mockember with a few tricks up our sleeves. Not that I'm wearing very long sleeves. Not room for many tricks, is there, up there? Do we have legs for Spider-Man? Yeah. Not all molded though. Just regular blue. I kind of do like the regular blue for just the classic Spider-Man minifigure. But it's odd they're not dual molding legs but are printing arms on all these figs. Are there some Spider-Men that don't have red boots? Even the mech. Even the mech has its red boots. So I have to assume all the Spidey peeps, Spidey folk do. And this web, I kind of want another one. I have seen that 2 of these webs match up perfectly. They also can be used to trap someone like this. They just go down on top of the anti-venom figure. But now that I know 2 of them fit together, this in brown would be great for an Endor build. 2 of these, get Han and Chewie in. Maybe they'd need a few bars on the end just to fit all the figures. Could be a good cage. Even in black. I can see this being used in black for like medieval cages and just having bars and hilts through the middle. This is a nice element, and it's rubber. So it can fold in half like this, and you could attach it to like a puppet or something. I like the rubber elements. It's like satisfying. It's almost like a stress ball. Like where did that go? Oh, One Piece fruit. Oh. Didn't mean to knock that. What were these called? Gummy fruits, or they weren't gummy fruits. Or like power gums or something. This is based off the Lego gift with purchase for One Piece, but I 3D printed it in a squishy filament. There is a video taking a look at this. I turned it into a Christmas tree decoration because it fits perfectly on the tree. Gum fruit, thank you. That's the one. That's the one. Gum fruit. All right, let's get to building. Oh, hold on. Is this? No. I noticed with the Miles Morales mech, which I would like to build if we have time later on today. I do want to build another mech, but I want to rebuild my old Miles Morales mech, which means going into my parts and trying to find all the pieces for it before we get it built. Because as some of you know, we picked up the Spider-Man CMF, which is still here. Which ones are the Spidey CMF? The Miguel O'Hara and the Miles Morales. Oh, we lost the little spider. Where did the spider buddy go? Oh no, there they are. There they are. Can't believe we almost lost them. And the little spider from the CMF line, rather than spending double the money on the mech. I think these figures are pretty cool. Do we have another translucent orange base? We do. Just for Spider-Man. Not one for Anti-Venom. He don't show up in the Spider-Verse movies yet. Maybe as a... Did they? Don't think they did. Maybe they did though. Oh, this web is heavy. We can position Miguel at the end of this. if we had another one for Miles. Yeah, I might order a few of these on Brickow, not Bricklink, Brickow, and recolor some as well. Ding, 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 winner, winner, winner. Spidey. I don't want to complete that. Spidey dinner. That doesn't sound nice. Anti-Venom. The actual minifigure of Anti-Venom as well, with one of them little Venom elements that always come in the Venom Polybags. This one looks more viney. This must be a updated piece to some of the older ones I have. We even got the Venom bike, and I don't think the Venom bike had this element. It was smoothed off, didn't have these flower pieces at the bottom. Which, does that fit? Does that fit a flower? Yeah, it fits a flower. Oh, I don't think that's a legal technique because it is rounded. Maybe it would fit a flower if you pressed it hard enough into it. The flower holes are the same size as the Clone Trooper helmet holes. If you were wondering why I just rammed that lead trooper into the vine. No back of the head printing, but none needed, as I'm sure is the case with the Polybag. Simplistic design, but effective. No arm printing, no leg printing, none of this silly like creasing on the leg, none of that. Keeping costs down, giving us a nice minifigure to go in the spider web. Maybe we can hook on the vine. Yeah, there we go. Now they are trapped. Was the most expensive set I've ever paid for with my own money. Oh, did I use any VIP points for the UCS Slave one? Actually, no, it's not, no matter of question. The UCS Slave one was what, £270? And I think we saved the points because I ended up spending them later. The most expensive set is the Master Builder's Cantina. I pre-ordered that. I will be honest, I thought it was £220. Considering I was studying finance at the time. wait. I was studying a degree of which finance made quite like a maths degree, a maths and computer science joint degree. So finance did make up a lot of the maths side of it, because a lot of people that do computing and maths end up going into finance. And with my finance half of the degree, I can say perhaps not investing in Lego is a good thing, but I could have sworn I pre-ordered that set for £220, and that's what I said. That's what I said every time it got bought up until I checked sometime last year, years after I had the set. Turns out it was £320. I've got the receipts for it. I don't know where that £100 went, but to the set, not back to me. I don't know how I imagine just losing £100. That's essentially what I did and didn't notice. That's crazy. Crazy. The Razor Crest, is that the UCS Razor Crest? I think that's similar priced, isn't it? The playset Razor Crest was one of my most expensive, when it came out, it was one of my most expensive purchases. The actual playset was one of my most expensive. It was before, pretty sure it was before the Cantina. Pretty sure it was before the Cantina. And I don't think I'd really ordered any of the big playsets. I usually got them gifted. I want to build the UCS Razor Crest. I haven't yet. I might build it when the Mando movie comes out. Perfect timing for that. Ooh. Nice little Spidey printed tile on a Nexo Knight shield. Nexo Knight still living strong. Well, in our memories, if not Lego sets. And these mechs. Didn't Nexo Knights have mechs? It kind of all stems from Bionicle and how popular the mechs were for that. I think Nexo Knights can get just a little bit of thanks from all the mechs that are coming out. Nexo Knights, there was another theme at the same time as well. I can't remember what that is. You finished the Falcon this evening. Do it. It must be done. We used the recent Death Slice. Yeah. Then the UCS Falcon. Nice. UCS Falcon is. I forget how big that set is. I was going to say expensive. It's not for what you're getting. Oh, look. Look at that. I've got it pre-built. Imagine getting a Lego set from like factories. This isn't, but imagine getting a Lego set pre-built, just the odd parts. Because I have had pieces stuck together before in a set, but usually they're the annoying ones to take apart. They're not helpful in any way, whereas that one was. Save me repeating a step. Just finished building the mock of the Balrog. Ooh, so much fun. Not sure if you're allowed to share links. Post it. Post an image of it in the community. And if you want to let people know, I think as long as you don't share a link to the video, you can say there's a video going into more detail. If anyone does want to check it out, just as long as it isn't a blatant advertisement, I think YouTube will allow it to pass. I don't mind. I don't mind sharing your cool creations, just as long as you know it doesn't become. I don't have to start charging people marketing rates. I don't think YouTube would allow that. Yeah, YouTube's got some anti-marketing in comments and that. Just typical rule stuff. Falcons, 7,541 pieces. How many pieces in this? Doesn't say, does it? It's not that. Oh wait, it does have the number 76308. Don't even know if I put that in the title. I can check this out. 76308. Duplo screwdriver. It's not that. This is 107 pieces. And does that include minifigures? Yeah, 101 pieces without the minifigures. Little bit off. But when you consider it, all right, the Falcon 7541, so that's 75 times the amount in this set, and this is a what, $12.99 set. So 75 of these would cost you £975. The UCS Falcon costs $735 retail. But Argos have a deal at the minute. Argos have it down to $525, but I assume it'll be pretty hard to pick up considering the minifigures are still selling out. My local Argos, as soon as a shipment comes in, it gets reduced to like one of them left. I think they have a limit on how many you can order, at least if you're picking them up in store. Maybe if you order them for delivery, you get away with ordering as many as you like. But they're selling so well. I mean, it's a great CMF, isn't it? I want to pick up a few of the other animals, like the crocodile. Speaking of Spider-Man, we were watching Lego Batman movie today. Thanks, Thornston, for the gifted member. Welcome, Key Rock, to the members Monolith. I'll get around to tiling them off eventually. At this point, though, I have to do a whole video on it. So many members are waiting for their tiles. They'll come. They'll come, I promise. I just need to get to the board. And it's a build of someone else. It's a build someone else's. Sorry, I've completely. It's a build of someone else's on Rebrickable. Posted your photo to the picture section of the mock itself. Oh, you could share that photo again, but I don't think you can share links for it. Well, you probably can, but they'll just be stopped en route. Yeah, feel free to reshare the photo though. It is a shame you can't link to the Rebrickable model. I suppose there's not many Balrog mocks. I did see one that someone... Oh, hold on. Is that the one? I might be able to bring it up. Is that the Balrog mock that used the Surtur build from Thor? Let me see if I've still got that. Still got that on recent. I saw it. I don't think I saw it on Rebrickable. I wonder if they had. Yes. Oh. Let's see. All right, they do have a link. They do have a link. Balrog by... Oh, hold on, there's two of them. There's two of them here. What's the... Oh, one has like a stand. And one... This one looks cool. I don't think this is to do with any sets. Wow. And it's expensive. All right, it's the Terroma? Terroma? Is it this one? This one! This is the one that I saw. This is awesome. It even has the display stand, so it's not that pricey, considering the effort that probably went into it. I still wanted the Thor and Surtur set. I can't believe I never saw this. Oh yeah, wait. Photos. One with the cat hair on the black mat. I want this one. There you go. We found it. That looks so cool. You shall not pass. Wait a sec. They forgot about Gandalf, didn't they? Yeah, where's that Gandalf? That's sick. That is cool. See, this sort of build makes the fiery bricks really shine because you can tell it's just lit up stone. I think the original one, there wasn't enough of it. This is awesome. It's interesting actually, whilst we've got these sets up. Surtur came with a ton of printed parts and the Balrog had plastic wings, both of which Lego tried to avoid. Surtur had a load of like fiery bits. I think that was because they were more of a Bionicle style figure. But even with a Balrog, the plastic wings as opposed to paper that we're seeing more and more. If we get another Jabba's sail barge, they'll oh, there's another set. Jabba's sail barge will probably get like paper fins on that. We got the paper moon as well in Nightmare Before Christmas. This one's cool. How many more Lord of the Rings mocks are there? Wow, 457 unique mocks. That Sauron's cool. And the White City using the Taj Mahal. Whoa! I'm gonna get lost in here. Right, let's let's bring it somewhat back to the build. Living in between your tree build and Peelybone. Tree beard and Peelybone. What a display! That is some sort of multiverse scene you've created there. That is a good. That's a good mock. Good. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, have I think I skipped that. I don't remember doing that leg. All on a red plate, yeah. Awesome, isn't it? There are a few mocks. I've been trying to fill this gap above my head. And all right, I want your opinion on this because I want to hang. There's no great way of saying this. I want to hang the Slave One above my head, but I'm worried it's gonna fall. I've seen a lot of community posts and people sharing in the chat of UCS sets falling from a high height, and I think I just like plaster the Slave One to the wall. Thoughts? Maybe we won't plaster it to the wall, but I definitely want to do more than just like screw it in. The actual stand that the Slave One is on is built out of Technic, so it wouldn't be too hard to get maybe 4 screws into that and get that on the wall, but still I'm worried about the Technic bending. From 5 years, mad. I guess it still holds up. Yeah, I wonder what the best way to hook it on the wall would be. I know Duckbricks uses a lot of fishing line as well, actually, to hang the ships from the ceiling. Speaking of, but I don't know. I don't know if I could trust it being on the wall. I barely trust it on the stand that it's on. I took it off the stand and have just laid it on a shelf. Yeah, maybe I could fix the stand into the wall, because with the stand being on the wall, I'm not going to mount the actual ship to the wall because then the Lego could just fall off, but it's held on the stand pretty well. It hasn't fallen off since I've had it, and the stand into the wall means I can unhook it anytime I want to use it for a Camino mock, or, you know, display it, fix it again, maybe the ramp breaks, or show off the play features in the set. I just don't know if I'd trust it behind me. That's the big thing. I don't know if I would trust it not to fall. Maybe I just need Spider-Man reflexes so I can just turn and catch it anytime it does jump at me. I think I'd be ducking out the way. I don't think I'd be trying to catch it. I'd be getting out of here. Yeah, that might be a project we go down before May, because I also have... Oh, it's just over there. Let me grab it. I also have another Mando project that would go perfect with it. And it's the Mythosaur skull that we built using the T-Rex fossil's head. Imagine this just like up here on the wall, slave one in between it and the shelves. I think we'd get a nice Mando display going, and the slave one's currently taking up the entire shelf behind me, so it would be nice to have that shelf back. I kind of want to start a display. We've mentioned quite a few times this year about building like Mandalore or something on the shelves, and I do want to build Mandalore. I don't know if I'll build Mandalore pre-Mando. I know Maul's meant to tie in a little bit to Mandalore, and some of the Mandalorians are already confirmed to show up. I don't know how quickly we'll get around to putting that together and testing out the lights. Hello there, Key Rock! Welcome, our newest member. Oh yes, you can use the brand new emotes. What do we have? The cheese and, oh, the Christmas droid. It's not Christmas, but that Christmas droid isn't just for Christmas. It's for year round, any sort of holidays. There's a few coming up. Can't believe it's January, what is it? It's January 6th. We're nearly a week into 2026. How has 2026 been for everyone so far? How have people's 2026s been? Besides quick. It feels like it's New Year's Day. I still haven't recovered. All the emotes, yes. Do it. Do it. Use them all. We need a do it emote. Oh, this is new. Right, well, it's not new. Not if it's come out in this set over a year ago, but it's a fairly new fire bracket. Keep reusing the old ones. That's the only thing when Lego come out with new pieces like that. The old ones get phased out, and then it's just awkward to use them in the place of, because the old ones would probably go down another plate or two. And actually, some of them had a brick at the behind that you wouldn't be able to fit in any modern sets. Oh, they've built out the hand by one. Ooh, longer arm. That makes sense. Yeah, because your hand stretches over your shoulder. But then does that mean your arm is about the same? I don't know. Everyone put down the screen, or hold it with one hand, or if you're watching on a computer, lift up your arm, and does your wrist meet your shoulder? I feel like my shoulder is slightly above my wrist. Like if you were to fold your hand, this is very awkwardly done. Can you put your hand on your shoulder? No problem. Thanks for hanging, and thanks again for the gifted member. Is that something? I feel like my wrist is below. My wrist is about here, and my shoulder is here. There's like about 2 inches difference between my wrist and my shoulder. Is that? Yeah, it feels like it's the other way around. But if you then include the palm of your hand, that hand, we need an extra joint in mechs. Yours is same as mine. Yeah, it works, but only because the hand sticks out a bit more. If anything, this should be the shoulder, and then we have another joint for the hand. We might work that into a improvement. Let's build the original mech first, and then we'll start fixing it up. But with some of the big Star Wars weapons, I think there's no chance we can see hands on a wrist joint. It would just flop over. They wouldn't fit. They wouldn't be able to carry the weight of any of the big blasters we've got. Don't want to jinx it, but so far we do have all the pieces. We're not missing any. It's a very satisfying click. Don't think I'm used to these Dobby fingers, which is what I'm going to call them, because that's the first. It's not even the first set that I saw with them. I built the Thanos mech that had these in gold, but I might have swapped out the Thanos fingers for some of the older ones. They're weird. When we've got the droid arms, what droid? Not battle droid arms. The thicker ones with the bar holes at the end. I don't think I'll ever get used to using these newer fingers. Specialized elements, aren't they? Favourite January moment so far was definitely when you got the Mos Eisley Cantina. Such a great set. It is. And not only, how many times, I built it once, and then I rebuilt it when we moved the first, well, when we moved the first time after building it. Definitely wasn't the first time. And then, have I built it twice on the channel? Or have I only built it once? Did I build it when we moved here? Was it built already and then I broke it down and rebuilt it? All I know is I've still got some of it not broken down yet, but the reason I broke it down is because it's such a big set. We built a miniature version inspired by Kenobi's hut of the UCS set with all the great details, but in a smaller size. And I'm either going to rebuild that if I can't rebuild it, so to speak. I don't have the instructions for it. But what I can do is, sneaky little placement there, build another one, another mini modular, or, oh, and we built the actual modular for it as well. Completely forgot about that. Or I might build a little diorama-esque scene. May even try and build the brand new one using the pieces from the Master Builders set, because I quite like the sizes of the more manageable dioramas and such. Right, no spare pieces. I don't know what spare pieces we'd have even got with the set. There we go. Final arm. The arms definitely look a bit long at the end. I don't know if flipping them would help though. I think that might just be because of how the hands are styled. Maybe it would help reducing the size of the hands, but you wouldn't be able to get that clip in. And if I'm right, the clip is for the Spidey web. Don't think the stud's included, is it? No, stud not included, just the web. Oh no, an anti-venom has fallen over in the Lego city. Hey! And then the Spidey accessory clips onto the back, which looks like a little Gremlins mark, doesn't it? A little water patch. And Spidey in the mech. It still needs some controls in here, especially the Marvel one. They could add some studs inside at an angle for those 1x2 printed tiles. But there we are. Legs concealed, so you don't see the fact they're not dual molded. And this set come out alongside. Take a look at the sets it came out alongside. The Dodge Charger, the Venom car, isn't it? Is that the Dodge Charger, or is that the other one? I think it did show up in a few comics back in the day. And also the Spider-Verse police shop, which does come with the Spot, who had the other half of this. And actually, we've seen this quite a few times. We saw Spider-Woman. Do I have Spider? Yep, Spider-Woman had half of this web. We also got a chance with Miles in the Spider-Verse set. Didn't come with Miguel in that. And that was with the Spot, which we're in process of making. Made a really cool one, actually. And also the police officer. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. It's a nice little set. It is a decent mech. I think the twin pack, the Spider-Man versus Doc Ock mech set, definitely has a better mech, but it is a bit more money, which has a better mech. You know, it kind of makes sense when you put it like that. No problem, Key Rock. Oh, hello there, Archer. Didn't see you jump in. One member out, one member in. All right, let's get this mech in focus. There we go. It's a nice mech. I don't think it's a set that, having built it, I would go back and pick it up any earlier. I'm happy I got this for £5. That is a steal. Like I say, you can't even pick up... I don't think you can pick up the Anti-Venom minifigure for just £5, can you? I'd assume they're worth quite a bit more than that, because they came out, they were new and exclusive to this set, and then they've come out the head in a polybag, and we don't have the rest of them. Would have been fine with the Spider-Man Doc Ock set if this was an Anti-Venom mech. Ooh, now we're talking. We got the Venom mech. Let's fix the face cam. Thank you. There we go. I think it just resets. It's on a loop. It resets every couple of minutes, probably every hour. I'm going for an hour already. I'm going to get the instructions up for... I was going to build the Miles mech. Now you've said that, I might build the Venom mech. Let's go. A recolor of the Venom mech. I don't know if I have the pieces for the Venom mech. The one that came... Oh! Did I build... No, the Miles Morales mech was how I got Miles Morales. Miles Morales? Miles Morales? Miles Morales? How do you pronounce it? Yeah, the Miles Morales mech from 20-something teen. That's how old that set is. But the Venom mech is quite nice. The Stormtrooper mech came with grey parts. I guess for Anti-Venom we could use the black arm joints from Darth Vader. Let's see what elements we'll need, and we'll see what colours we've got them in, because I think the Venom mech is built similar to Spider-Man, especially with the arm joints. On the arm, they bulge out. The older mechs were all ball joints through and through, which means they're a fair bit easier to build. And mechs are quite easy to part out, so I'll be able to do that same stream. Hopefully even get it built. What elements do we need? Yeah, they seem pretty straightforward. Got slope on the front as well, instead of the Nexo Knights shield for Spider-Man. I think I'll be able to part this one out. Again, the Venom mech did come with 2 minifigures, whereas the original Miles Morales mech, or Miles Morales mech, only came with the one. And we also have the web element. The web element not included in this one, but it's on... Is it on our gingerbread BD? I don't remember where I put that one. Did I see the Rebrickable post you shared on the community? Not yet, no. Let me take a little look. Have a look. Oh, there we go. Every time I go to the community, I always have to ask myself how to get there. I should have it bookmarked at this point. Let's see. Alright, it's not popped up yet. It might still be running through the YouTube check. I don't know. I actually don't know how to see if the posts have been held either, because some of them do get caught. Let's see if I go in through this account, if it shows anything different. No, that only shows mine. Oh, didn't mean to press that. Hello there, Micah. Welcome. Let's part out the Venom mech. Remember, we want white instead of black. And there's a few white elements. Maybe we can invert it. and have the white turned black, black turned white. It's on grey legs. It's in the comments on your magazine post. Oh, that's why I didn't see it. Let me head over there. Yeah, so white turns black, black turns white. I'm going to keep grey as grey, even though anti-venom is very white. I think the grey will break it up and stop it looking like a stormtrooper, because it's not a stormtrooper. It's Venom. Venom's got the venom coursing through his veins. I think the anti-venom minifigure could have, similar to our mock of Wolverine, it could have a few like black stripes on the arms, but it is a little extra. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, I can't see any comments on that post. What if I sort by new? No, not showing up. Maybe it's just on a delay. I'll keep refreshing that, see if it pops up. The arm elements. I know I've got them from my Santa Gonks. I don't know if they're fully available, so we might swap out a few pieces. But we'll be able to do most of it. Like these teeth. Got an abundance of those in white, but we're swapping those to black. Are we? Are we swapping those? I need to have an image up. Oh wait, these are for the hands. Yeah, we'll keep these white. Oh, the Venom mech. Let me see if I can get this image up. Hey, the Venom mech has the fingers that I was talking about. These droid parts. Rather than the actual fingers, they can create claws, they can create weapons out of the fingers. For the X-Men Sentinel mech, did we build that last year? That was 2024. For the X-Men Sentinel mech in 2024, it feels like yesterday, we added some of the projectiles into the fingers just to make it look like it was shooting lasers out. And then he had to add one to Cyclops as well. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That tracks. I wonder with the fingers if you could get one extra in the middle, and also with the hand. I feel like fingers are spaced out a little bit, especially at the ends. If they were to go straight, they'd be spaced out a bit, rather than using just three fingers. I wonder why they don't spread them out. Instead, let me see if I can explain this any better. On the Spider-Man mech, the hands use the bar with the non-stop bar. I wonder why they don't use the one with the two little bits at the end running through, because then the bar connectors would be between the fingers and it would space them out just a little bit more. That's something we can try out. If I can find out where I put those elements. Oh, West Ham almost kicking off, and our new striker is starting. Wow, what a test. I mean, we do need to switch things up. So hopefully this will kick things into gear. I think what I'm going to do is try to build the Venom mech as we go through and just find the parts as and when I can. Like Miles and Venom. We have a Miles and Venom. Looking at just one last little tangent. Looking at the instructions, this web element in Miles' hand has a bar hole in it. So, like we've got the top of the buzz droids. Oh yes, any excuse to show off my buzz droids. Like for the buzz droids, we added the little hats to them. One sec, Spidey. Oh no, I've broken this one. No, can I piece it? Yeah, nope. Yeah, nope, maybe. Let's grab the next best one. Like with our minifigure scale buzz droids, we've got the nipple element on the top, the 1x1 with a little bar. We need a partner piece for it, and I don't think it exists. I don't think we have a partner piece for this element. We have one for the superhero poser, it's the hermit crab, but this element doesn't have a partner piece. I guess the partner piece technically would be a stud with a hole in, because it'd have to connect. No, it wouldn't have to connect, because the hermit crab has the same bar piece. Yeah, so the partner piece would be a little bar with a stud on the end. Yet to get that, but that would save them, bringing in an entire new piece in the Ghost Rider bike. They'd just use this cobweb, this spider web, not just a cobweb, this spider web, and then add the stud in it. Huh. Or even hollow out a hole so that we could get a regular stud in there if they wanted to. They really wanted that connection to be a bit strong, or just put a stud. Yeah, I guess they went with the easy one and just put a stud on there, but we still need that partner piece. We still need it. Lots of spare parts from bag 1. Oh, lots of good spare parts as well, I bet. It'll be interesting to see how many spare parts you get going forward. Once you've already got 1 or 2 of most of them. Yeah, do you get duplicate spare parts? Because the Diagon Alley set can be built with 4 or 5 people. I think it's 5 people. So does each person get their own spare? Are we going to end up with like 5 spare of each part? That'd be kind of fun, but not if you don't build mocks like myself. That's a lot of pieces to account for. Do I have my own mock page with instructions? I do have quite a few mocks up on Rebrickable still. Some of them are found for a little cheaper on my website, on my fourth wall page, which is linked in the description, or should be. Is it linked in the description? I'll double check that, but there's a few other things as well for sale decals. I think I am going to go strictly digital on them. There's been a few issues sending, not that I've had, but I've seen people have issues sending certain physical items to certain countries, not the ones that you jump to straight away, but you know, just delays, that sort of thing. In the description, is it there? I didn't mean to click that. Oh dear. What's it say? I'm on a page of YouTube. I do not want to be. There we go. It is in the description, but it's not a link. Why isn't it linked? Does the page no longer exist? Does it no longer exist? All right, I'm gonna have to check that out. Maybe it's because I haven't been on there for a while. They've closed it down. I'm gonna have to start that back up. Oh, it is there. All right, it might just be wanting me to log in. No, thank you. Get out of here. We're building here. But there's a few instructions up on there. Members do get access to, I want to say, all my mock instructions. Please do mention if there is a missing one. And going forward, I think I probably will share. I share a lot with members, but some more instruction-based content. Maybe there'll be a few breakdown videos as well. Oh, ball joints. Where are these? I tend not to do instructions because I started streaming the builds. So now you can watch through the entire stream and see how I build this Venom mech. But sometimes it is nice just to have the paper instructions to be able to speed through it a bit quicker. I completely understand that. It's just a lot of time to put into it, and that time I could be spending to build something else, build another mech. Essentially, the time it takes me to do the instructions for a build is always at least like double the length of the actual build. Let me just shrink and roll back here. Keep up the main character whilst we're collecting some of these parts. Oh wait, arms. I do have white arms that I feel like are going to be better, but grey arms does break up the white. Maybe grey arms would make it look like a stormtrooper. Exactly. Ooh, we've also got the choice between light and dark grey mech torsos. Let me make sure I'm still in focus down here. I have to remember to adjust that. Yeah, the light and dark mech torsos. I think dark would provide more contrast. There isn't like a black one, is there? Or a white one? Do we have a white? I think they're the only two I own. One of them I'll be using for Miles Does Miles use one of these torsos? Or does Miles have the old? Yeah, Miles has the same sort of makeup. I think one of them I got. I should have more because I had Miles. I had the Thor mech. I got Thanos. I mentioned Thanos. Were they the three I got? I should have another one. Hey ho. Maybe one of them didn't have... Oh, wait, Wolverine. Thor, Miles, Thanos, Wolverine. I'm going to add another one. There was probably one that I forget about. Can we see your last comment on the community post or in the chat? Because oh, hold on. I've got top chat up. I always forget to switch to live chat. I don't know why YouTube does it by default. Hopefully I've not missed anyone's comments. In the comments on... Oh yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, hopefully I haven't missed out anyone's comments. But if I have, just let me know. Let's see. Where are the ball joints then? Oh! Yes, I found something that I thought I had lost, and turns out I hadn't. So they're not needed for this stream, but I'm going to use a few of those later. I need to go through and sort out, now that I've filled the drawers, have a proper sort out, because I thought this was the best way of organising it, and it turns out I don't know where anything is. Well, no, I know where it is. It can just be in any one of these drawers. And that doesn't help. Oh, it might have been hidden because of the link. Yeah, YouTube does not like links. That's not something that I can control. Again, that is YouTube side. So no links in the comments, but if you could, you can mention, oh, like earlier's mock. It's by so and so on Rebrickable. And as long as you're not pushing people to use Bricklink, I really don't mind. Our anti-Bricklink arc has started. I'm going to become a Bricklink villain now. You have the Bricklink designer sets. I'm going to come out with the opposite. The Link Brick designer sets. Imagine. Go on to be successful with Link Brick. That don't sound half bad. It don't sound great. It don't sound great, chat, but it don't sound half bad, does it? Just need the slopes now. Ooh, I know where the plates are. It's these slopes that I can't... Oh, actually, I did this earlier. Look how satisfying this looks. It's not organised in colour. I would like it to be organised in blocks of colour, but doesn't that look satisfying? Let's not drop it. All my like 6 by and I've got 4 by 8 plates in here as well. Just like my larger plates. Makes it easier picking out one at a time, and I like that better than just having them all thrown in. Here we go. No, still need ball joints. Did I bag them up? Oh yeah. Not these ones, the other ones. I bagged them up. I thought I had way more ball joints than this. Oh, we've got some of those Santa pieces? No. Not in white. Maybe they're used in Bug's Beard. You'd think I'd remember using them. All right, let me just grow a few inches. Whee! I still think I'm shorter than I started. We got the first few steps. What was I? The arm joints. That was it. I never built the Venom mech, which I did do a Venom minifigure video when we got the 3-headed Venom beast in the magazine. That was crazy. 3 heads is way too many for Venom. What goes between? The brackets. Oh, wait, this is like a towel. Ooh. I know where brackets are, right? Or did I bag those up too? I don't think I have enough of those. Oop. We had anything else? We saw the Polybags, didn't we? And the Smart Brick. Oh, there has been some news on Star Wars sets. If anyone's interested, what? We've got some more Smart Place sets we saw at the end of the trailer for the Smart Brick. I posted an image in my community actually with all the sets on the bottom of the table. There we go. There's some more ones that have been announced, have been rumored. The Ewok Attack, Battle of Hoth Echo Base, and R2-D2. Is that a set? Is there an R2-D2 set that includes Smart Brick? It makes sense for another play scale. We got the Malak one 2024 for the 25th anniversary. We are doing another set. What elements were we looking for? Let me get so distracted on here. The Echo Base Ewok Attack could be an interesting one. With a Smart Brick, they can add a load of the Ewok noises. And there are a load of Ewok noises that can be added. Especially because they're going to have lights in the set. So Ewok Attack can have, like, you could turn the lights out in the room and you've just got the dark forest scene with the Ewoks attacking. Ooh, that is chills. 1-0 to West Ham. Yes, get in there. I like how the Smart Brick is being introduced. I don't think Lego are doing it perfectly. I don't think I could do it perfectly. I'm not saying I could do it any better. I don't think I could, but I do think for Lego to go all in on this is what they always do. Lego go all in. Oh, this is going to be the next best thing. This is going to be the biggest improvement in Lego sets. Introducing augmented reality. Introducing this. Introducing that. Video games. Video games was going to be a big jump for Lego. They've kept that on the side at least. They haven't dived all in. But it does seem that Lego lack the focus, and maybe it is just, oh, they've got so much money, they don't want to pay that much tax, so let's find another project to do. Maybe it is. Maybe that's why the whole Brooklink drama's going on right now. Lego avoiding tax confirmed. What? I'll say you didn't hear it here, but that's basically all you've heard here. No, I'm sure Lego have a reason for wanting to do it. Bigger and better is usually the case. But I do think releasing 3 main sets, it's the equivalent of coming out with 3 Super Mario starter packs at the same time. They're expensive. They're like 90 odd quid. The X-Wing and TIE Fighter make sense, but maybe the Throne Room should have been the first set. Trial it with that. And as long as it sells, like they sell 1 set, they're releasing the next 2. And then they can move forward with it. Otherwise, it's a lot of eggs to put in the same basket. Like Batman. Yeah, the Batman game coming out is only because the first one, did well enough to get a second, to get a third. Now we're here and they can keep finalising it. Otherwise, they would have just hopped IPs or done something different. Instead of those games, we could have had like Candy Crush Lego Edition to go through that phase. I think the Smart Brick it makes sense. Lights and toys, they're decades behind everyone else. Everyone else has been doing lights and toys for a long time compared to Lego. So I hope they do well with it. It wouldn't be great to see Lego not continue this, because this is for kids. This isn't for most of us watching. This isn't for us. This is for kids, and if they give this up easy, there's no chance of them doing any of this lights and sound for some of the MIDI scale ships. Imagine getting lights and sounds with the MIDI scale ships. How cool that would be. This is just the kid version of it. Where are these slopes? No, I saw them a second ago. Oh, are they over here? No, they gotta be somewhere. Right. I'm gonna be... Oh, no, found them. Haha. Draw diving. Still gotta find the other brackets. What do we think? What do we think about the smart brick? As it isn't for us, intended for us, I still intend to pick up maybe a brick or two just to see how they interact, because I don't think the 2x2 tiles have any tags built in. I think it is purely a scan and play system with them. So as long as you have one smart brick, you could just print off a ton of those tiles. The interesting thing is going to be how they work with the tags, and could you set that up for your own design? I keep talking about it, about how we're going to be able to use them, how we're going to be able, as adults, could we put our own sounds on there? And I don't think it is the case, but if Lego could sell an adult one that you could program with sounds, the problem is copyright. I think you're not going to see many people reviewing these sets, or at least reviewing the bricks to their full extent, because they play one sound or Vader's theme, and their video is going to be taken down. It's not going to be able to be viewed, let alone anyone to make money off that. Macro binoculars. I suppose for a lot of LAN members that do make videos on it, they could just add lights, add sounds, post. They don't need a smart brick to do it, do they? Are we out of focus again? No. Oh. I don't know where these 1x brackets are. This is going to be most of the time in the stream, just finding these brackets. Oh, wait, we haven't checked this drawer. Whoa. They're not here, but I'm pretty sure in saying we missed that drawer. I wonder if other themes... We saw City test out the smart brick, and it's rumoured that Pokemon are going to be getting the smart brick. I don't think Harry Potter has many childish sets. I wonder if that will change with a series coming out. If they'll do some 4+ sets. Like they've done, there was a 4+ set on The Little Mermaid, and they based that off the new series or the new movie. With some of the new characters. I wonder if they'll do that for Harry Potter. 1x brackets. Why are 1x brackets none by brackets? I mean, I bet they're in that drawer. Oh. No. Yes! Yes, they were. It'll be interesting to see with a smart brick how it's used, when it's used, where it's used, and how long it stays in. We were talking about Nexo Knights. Did that survive a year? There are so many projects that Lego have done. Hidden Side. Did that survive 2 years maybe? Not that long. We get Star Wars sets that connect over 2 years. Oh no, that was the right bracket. Oh no. Wrong brackets. Oh, and more ball joints. Don't mind if I do. Save those for later. If the smart brick comes out this year, and regardless of how successful it is, if they don't come out with a set next year, I think it's gonna be looked back at with not happy eyes. It's gonna be looked back at as a failed theme, as a failed set, as a failed idea. And I think Lights and Sounds is Lego's next progression. Where else would they go? They've already got the brick down. There's a lot of specialty bricks and specialized bricks that are going to make it hard for them to fit a massive 2x battery in there. just in any sorts of sets. Oh, forgot about that piece. Had that in the same bag as well. No, we put it back. But it's interesting. Even these mechs aren't big enough to have a... Are they not? Oh, are they big enough? It would be a bit clunky, I think. Mechs could have a smart brick on the back. I assume the reason the smart brick is a 2x4 is so that you've got any 2x4s. Any 2x4s, I got 3x4. The reason they are 2x4? No. There's got to be a 2x4 around. Oh, okay, let me grab one. I've got a whole ton of 2x4s back here. The reason the smart bricks are 2x4s is you can have a 2x2 tile and then 2x2 for 4 points of connection. I think... Not even a Lego brick. What are we doing with that? I think we just got to wait and see with a smart brick how long it's here and how much they get done with it. Oh no, this is meant to be white. I forgot I was recolouring. We could colour the brackets white as well. Wrong ones, these ones. Do I have 2 white or 1 white? Right, they'll stay light grey. I'll just recolour everything else. Don't mind me. There's a few other sets coming out later in the year, and I started making a list before I got to them of sets that I want to see. Because Lego Star Wars recently has come out with too many sets for me to keep up with. I can't remember the last time I bought multiple sets in a wave. We're not talking about like buying a ton of sets. We're just talking about picking up maybe 2 or 3 out of 6. There were 6 big play sets. 6 big? No, wrong word. 6 play sets in January, and I picked up the battle pack. But like I didn't pick up Mando's speeder because we have a million Mandos. Kind of like the old Luke's land speeders. I still picked up Luke's land speeders because they were new models. They all introduced something new. I think it was a 4+, 6+ set. So we can give that. We can give that its own category. We got Cub Vamp Speeder though. 2 really good minifigures, and we've got. Let me scroll to the back. We can keep talking while I find all the other elements we're going to need. Oh, we did need 4 of them. If only I had that page up. So we got Cub Vamp Speeder, decent build. But it doesn't really introduce anything new. It does if the lid actually worked, that would be kind of impressive, but it doesn't, and therefore I'm less inclined to pick it up. Where did I find these brackets? It was in a bag, was it? Oh yes, this one. Nope. This one. Nope. This one. Yes. But the problem is, a lot of modern day Star Wars sets. I should have a draw camera, shouldn't I? That way I could also read chat. The extra pieces you have are insane. I cannot wait to take a look. Oh, it's right at the bottom of the bag. All right, I'll grab that. I'll grab that at the desk. How many of these do I need? I definitely need like a second monitor down here. Maybe I can scoot over. How many? 1, just the 1. We'll take the bag. Even extra pieces. I feel like a lot of sets come with a lot of extra pieces because there are so many parts in a set, which isn't a bad thing. But because there's so many parts being used in each set, prices go up, and also it means you could build like if you pick up enough of the sets, especially the new battle pack, if you pick up enough of them, you can build quite a few different sets using those parts. I know Lego have a lot of elements, You'd have to pick up a few sets just to be able to build a few of the sets with them. A few other sets. Is this making sense? I feel like I'm just rambling. But Lego sets aren't what they used to. I'm getting old, aren't I? Quit complaining. I don't know where half these elements are. What I can do is go through box at a time and grab the pieces that I do know. What I like to see for 2026 in terms of Lego is keep up with the minifigures. I think Star Wars has a way to go still. Star Wars needs to catch up. I don't know if Lego designers are Lego fans. I suppose because they're doing it as a job. I mean, I say that. I'm working with Lego 24/7, and it is 7 days a week. And I still very much like Lego bricks. But I'm not being paid to do so. I think Lego designers are different. I can't speak on that area because Lego designers are paid to now build this. They can't just build what they want. And maybe that's changed. Maybe Lego used to be build what they want, but now it's promoting... It's not even promoting movies. DC isn't to promote any content. DC would probably perform better as Lego sets if they were promoting it. If we got what was the Bravia guy? The Steel of Brave... Oh, I can't remember. If we got the Bravia mech, though, from Superman, that would have sold well. Still could have come with Superman. Even a minifigure to go in the mech, and Lex Luthor. We get 3 minifigures with the occasional mech. Can't see why that would have been an exception. No, oh, we do 2 teeth. And Spider-Man. I can understand not getting many sets on the Sony movies. Officially, we've only got Spider-Verse sets. We don't have any Kraven sets, though Kraven has appeared. Same with Venom, with the Venom head over Eddie's shoulder. That might even be the same set as the Kraven. And we've got Spider-Woman, which is one of the characters from Madame Web. Still waiting on the others. I think we'd be waiting a long time. Ooh, and we've got some of the web accessories. Yeah, we'll keep those out. But Star Wars hasn't had too much content. When it did, we saw the same issues. With the sequels, there were things we wanted done and things that Lego weren't doing. Hello there, Bevel! 2026. 2026, I want to see... I want to see bigger play sets. I feel like Lego haven't done a big play set for quite some time. We don't get, and I'm not talking master builders or like the UCS Death Star, I'm talking a big play set, not just a ship, on a bit more than a ship. A lot of these smart brick sets have been looking really cool because they've come with extra little bits. The Yavin Temple, I tell you what, no, I take that back. The Yavin Temple was cool. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But maybe a little bit more money. Maybe a little bit more. Because we used to get like £120 X-Wings. Now we're just getting £140 instead. They haven't increased, kept making bigger sets. They've done a few UCS builds. But I think the difference between a UCS build and a typical Lego set is a typical Lego set can be played with, displayed. It works for everyone. Whereas UCS sets are kind of a put on your shelf, leave alone. The Slave one had a play feature. Maybe they're introducing them. But it's still very much a display ship. We want like a Jedi Temple play set for £200. No detail spared. Everything you could possibly imagine in the ship. Seen insane cool rumours. Can't wait if they would release those. I have seen a few rumours floating around on top of these smart brick sets. We're meant to be getting a sand crawler That's one that I did see after last year. I've done a video on the Sandcrawler that I want. Hopefully Lego saw that and felt inspired. I feel like they've been working on this for a few years. I don't think my video is what started that. It could always be. We will never know. For a Sandcrawler, a lot of these sets I've waited so long I've got minifigures for, and that's also another thing. Lego with the 501st Battle Pack, they did what the community asked for, and did it sell as well? I think at the time it was one of the best selling Lego sets in anything, so that is impressive. But I also think a lot of those were people buying it with the intention of selling a few down the road. And are those 501st worth anything now? Maybe the helmets. Maybe the helmets have kept them worth something. But I don't think they're worth as much as people were hoping. Not the trouble that people were going through and the insane prices early on. They're definitely not making that back. Back to the Sandcrawler, same with that. The minifigures, we built the droids last year. Uncle O and Aunt Beru would be awesome to see in this set, but they've given Aunt Beru in a gift with purchase exclusive minifigure that they're not planning on ever making. And Uncle Owen has come in 2 sets now. 2 Sandcrawlers. Was it 2 Sandcrawlers or did we get him? It was 2 Sandcrawlers. And the pack for a sealed set, the price for a sealed set is double retail, so that's not bad. But yeah, they didn't expect it to come in another battle pack. They thought it was just a one-off. And now we've got the 501st, 4 501st figures for, well, 2 for 20 in the UK, 2 for £20, so 4 for a tenner at £2.50 each. We're still seeing them to this day. The 501st minifigure is in the Lego Star Wars magazine. It's one of those minifigures on rotation, so it hasn't worked out idealistically. I think 60 as the high point. I assume they're the ones that aren't selling, so anything under 60 is still making a decent little profit, but yeah, it's not as good. Not as good as they'd have hoped. Oh, there's some good ones. Endor Village. I'd love an Endor Village as well. I think they're the sort of play sets. They're the play sets that can go up to like £200, that can be more. I know there's a rumour with a Sandcrawler of the Mudhorn being included. Please be brick built. Don't mould out the Mudhorn, because if they mould out the Mudhorn, we're going to get a midi-scale Sandcrawler and we're going to be paying an extra like 150 quid just for the Mudhorn. Please brick build it. Please. The episode 2 Bounty Hunter Pursuit, a remake, hopefully the old set. I never built the old set, even though I ordered the printed windscreen. That would be a great way to get an updated Zam Wessel, who has got a previous minifigure, much like Uncle Owen could do with an update. And please, Dexter. Dex Jetstar. Oh, in the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. Wouldn't that be nice? I think that'd make me pick it up day one, but I do feel like these speeders are going to be too big. This is my hesitation on Lego sets. I am a fan of minifigure scale. I'd love to build a diorama behind me of the speeder chase, of like Coruscant buildings, maybe have some custom posters and everything up in the Coruscant road. Is it a road? I don't know, but I think the speeder's going to be a bit too big. That might be a part out. Depends how the figures are. If we get a new Zam Wessel, if Dex is in the set, and if Kenobi has dual molded legs, I'll probably end up picking it up, because at most, I don't see them going over £60. For 2 speeders, oversized, we're talking like Luke Land speeder sized, so they'd probably charge about 35 quid a piece, similar to Ahsoka's Eater. And that had 3 minifigures, but for £60, we would see Anakin, Kenobi, Zam Wessel. I don't think they'd re-release Jango. I do think they could sneak a Dooku in there. Zam Wessel's also got to come with the worms, even if it's like a 1x2 printed tile. You feel another layer of anorexia in your wallet appearing. It's like an onion. It is. It is. It's going to be a good year. And what have I spilt all down me? Why have I got like this glittery? What did I have on one of those bags? What? Yeah, it's going to be bankrupting. Like I said, the Sandcrawler has the chance to be up to like £200 tops. I don't think it will be more unless one of these is like a Master Builder set that we didn't realize. They could have a Bounty Hunter 2 Episode 2 Bounty Hunter Pursuit, and it have like the Jedi Temple in the back, the Senate building, Padme's house, the Opera House as well, and then just give these 2 microfighter speeders. I think that would be perfect. Microfighter speeders. At least they'd be minifigure scale. Buying Sandcrawler and Ewok Village for sure. Yeah, the Ewok Village is... I'd love a Master Builders, but I think if the Ewok Village comes with 3 trees and maybe a platform in between, the trees don't have to be too big. I was looking at any creator sets that have a tree, and there was... I think the Giraffe comes with a tree side. There's a thin tree. There's definitely a few thin trees. I think the Creator 3-in-1 needs a tree house to go alongside Endor, and Lego do this. Lego do this a lot. They get asked to make a certain set, and they'll release a Creator 3-in-1 that ties in. Mufasa. The Mufasa movie come out. In the months leading up, they released a 3-in-1 lion. That was planned. That was definitely planned. It wasn't just a lion, it was a safari. You got the lion, the deer. I think that was the giraffe as well. That might be the same set that I'm talking about. We've got mini movie posters rumored. The mini movie posters is hopefully, I'm hoping at least, a space posters similar set, because I almost built the space scenes. It was like an icon set, the 3 space scenes with the planets on them. I saw someone build Star Wars versions of those, and last year I was going to build videotapes with the Star Wars posters on. So maybe I'll build Star Wars videos for these as well. Actually excited for the posters. It could go 2 ways. They could come out, they could look like the Star Wars logo, and I'll move on. Or they could be really cool, and as their movie posters, we could get minifigures. I don't know how they'd do it for all the figures, because it could look cramped real quick. But if we get a brick built backdrop with like 2 figures, we could get Luke and Vader for Empire, Return of the Jedi. I suppose it depends what posters they use. I know Empire is very Luke Vader centered. They could use the original ones. I think that would be a bit messy. Or they could stylize them, add 2 figures. Luke Vader makes sense for Empire. But then you wouldn't want like Luke Leia or Obi-Wan Vader, or like front and center for A New Hope. Upscale Darth Vader as well. I want to go back and build the old helmet and build a torso and legs for it, because the upscale Darth Vader was a set rumored to be like double the price of the helmet, which I think is good. I think the helmet's going to be a rebuild. It's not going to be the same size. It's going to be a bit smaller. But even if it is quite a bit smaller, I think double the price of the helmet for the entire Vader is a really nice deal. Don't think it's too bad when it comes to upscaled figures, around the same price as everyone else. Probably a little more expensive because it is Star Wars after all, but not too shabby. That one, and there was a buildable Yoda, is there? No problem, Bevel. See you next time. There was a buildable Yoda that was quite a bit bigger than the Vader, but I don't think it's a buildable minifigure. I think it's a buildable to go... Oh, the droid's not up there. To go with the droid series. We've got Chewbacca, we've got K2R2-3PO, and it matches up to that scale. Wait, where are my white 1x1s? Oh, hold on a second. Unless they're bagged. I don't think they are though. Definitely have to label all these. I've got tiles in ones, plates in the other. What other sets? I made a little list of ones that people were talking about. The icons of Star Wars. What's that mean? Icons of Star Wars. Sounds similar to the mini movie posters, but more character based. It could be the Miniland models. Icons of Star Wars. You think Star Wars, you think like Vader, Death Star. Maybe it could be mini. Maybe that's the postcard set. I always wanted a poster set like the space one and a postcard like the new Eiffel Tower with bits popping out. We could get the Jedi Temple. We could get the Death Star in the sky above the Jedi Temple. And then, is there episode 7? Is there an iconic scene for episodes? Like Exegol, maybe? Because that's one of the only wide shots I remember that isn't like a rocky mountain. It's one of the main ones. Is there anything for the sequels? What do we think when we think sequel trilogy locations? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of those pins. Ah, they're up here. I don't think they're not in a new drawer, they're in an old drawer. Okay, they might be in a new drawer. The confidence just shattered there. Oh, maybe they're bagged. Yeah, they are bagged. What do I need? 4 white ones. Luke's X-Wing Microfighter. Now, we've got Luke's X-Wing. I forgot to check the minifigure. I forgot to check for printed arms. I didn't even check for door molded legs. And yeah, I just didn't check for any of them. Does anyone know what the minifigure looks like in the new set? Because in the magazines we're just getting the regular minifigure. I assume that was to exhaust it. I don't know if we'll get door molded legs. Star Wars have kind of made that clear that that is an exclusive attribute. Most of them have been locked behind UCS sets. I think Thrawn is one of the only exceptions. We had 10. Let's see if we can name all 10 of them leading up to the UCS Death Star, which was the 10th. So that's our Hot Tub Trooper. That's number 1. Someone might have to keep count, otherwise I'm gonna list off minifigures that don't yet exist. We have Thrawn. We have Leia. They're UCS beside Thrawn. We have an Admiral. Does Yularen have door molded legs? Yularen's got to have door molded legs. We have a previous Admiral as well from the Star Destroyer. 5 is that? We have... Come on. Oh, we've said the Hot Tub Trooper, Thrawn, both Admirals, Leia. Why can't I think of anyone else that has door molded legs? There's only 10 of them. How hard can it be? I might need some help, chat. Who else has had door molded legs in Lego Star Wars? That's 5. Oh! Who started this conversation? Yeah! X-Wing Luke, of course! I can't believe I forgot about X-Wing Luke. R2, I wish Ahsoka's droid had door molded legs. Yeah, who are the other 4? Goes to show who... Oh, Viz. Viz had them in the UCS AT-AT. That was the General from Empire Strikes Back. 3 more to go. I can't remember them. No good looking at my display because I've given everyone door molded legs. Who would have boots? Who would have boots? I don't think we've seen a single Jedi have door molded legs. We can rule those out. Does Grievous count? I think Grievous should count as dual molded legs, but I don't know if they're dual molded. They might be painted. Half time, 1-0. Nice. We need two rounded jumpers. I can't remember the other three. We had who else? Who else has come in a UCS set? What UCS sets have we had? Captain Rex didn't have dual molded legs. Could Captain Rex have, or was he white legs? I guess with a Karma, he could have had dual molded legs. That would have been a little funny when he was running, though. Alright, I'm going to have to search this. Who had dual molded legs? Every Star Wars... Oh, the Clone Cadet. The Clone Cadet. What is that? What is that? Oh, C-3PO. Oh, Han Solo. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should have got all of those. C-3PO doesn't have dual molded legs. He has dual molded leg. Technically, only 9 minifigures have dual molded legs. So, we're still waiting on our 10th. Han was 2018. The first Admiral was 2019, or not an Admiral, are they? Then 2021 was Veers, 2022 was 3PO, 2023 was Yularen and Luke, 2024 was Thrawn, the Clone Cadet, and Leia in the same year, and then 2025 was the Death Star and the Hot Tub Trooper. There you go. There is the 10. You were close, yeah. R2 did come with back printing in the X-Wing, right? We must have had it back. We must have had it back then. X-Wing Luke with back printing on R2. I don't know if you've seen the new R2-D2. I have seen, who was it? Tiago? Tiago was posting about the new R2 and how we're going back to no back printing. Sarcastically, because the back of R2-D2 for the new set has a 4 studs, so we can get the 2x2 printed tile on, which I understand Lego wanting to make it known which tiles are needed, which tiles are useful when it comes to the smart brick, but red? Why didn't they just print it on a 2x2 white? Smart Plate R2 doesn't even have a back. There we go. It has a swivel head. I'm hoping Lego are going to bring this to other sets. I think it makes sense as the next line of progression. We called it last year when I was making bodies for Plo's droid. We added a swivel head, and actually we didn't add a stud to the body. We had it so that you could put a stud in the body, which is essentially the same thing. We just combined Lego and 3D printing. If you can't beat them, join them. That makes sense in that context. Not sure about that one. We don't have a 4th pin. There must be one. Well, there must be one used somewhere. Yeah, I quite like the R2-D2 with a swivel head. And that's another thing that would make me pick up more sets if droids had swivel heads, back printing. Kind of makes sense. I mentioned this in the video. Kind of makes sense that they haven't given most modern droids back printing if Lego knew they were going to eventually progress into swivel heads. The question is, did they know? I don't think Lego designers are told about future set releases and upcoming improvements and changes to Lego sets. I think it's something that just happens and the designers are like, oh, that's pretty cool. wish I knew about that when I made this set last year. It can always be said, sometimes the best thing is just to make a set and improve on it next time. The only problem is everyone wants the most Lego Star Wars, and it's not something that I fault anyone for. As long as they're being civil in comments, everyone has the right to not want a repeat of another set that they picked up 2 years ago. But that's how Lego operate, isn't it? They release a set, oh, we could do that better, so let's release it 3 years later. And next thing you know, you've gone like a decade and you've got 5 Luke Landspeeders. But every Luke Landspeeder was better than the previous one. Can you say that about every Star Wars mech? Or did we get to a really good X-Wing and then fall back on Maul? Some people really like the Maul mech. It's decent. It should have had a spider butt though. And a few more legs on it. Just a few. Maybe the reason they didn't include 6 legs on a Maul mech is because of how creepy it is. I never thought about that. That is nightmare stuff for some kids. Just like the Joker face in the Batman movie. It is a little too creepy sometimes. Where do they draw the line? When does too creepy become bad? I think with Maul, there isn't much of a line. It's just the age they put on the box. Yeah, I didn't look. I actually can't believe when I was searching that I didn't get up an image of the Smart Play Luke. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little Luke. Hey! Where's the Smart Play images that I had? Where? Here they are. So Vader looks like Vader. Please, Luke. Printed arms at least. I mean, Leia looks pretty cool. It's probably the Death Star Leia. I don't know that for certain, but I also don't know that it's not. Luke has a chin strap, has a printed visor, no printed arms, no dual molded legs, and doesn't even have back printing because it's probably one of those tagged figures. I think this is probably the worst Luke minifigure we've ever got. How could they not give any of the new features? This is essentially 1999 Luke with leg printing. What? Huh. See, that's the only thing that I can really complain about this set. Other than that, it passes the test for me. That is a shame. That is a shame about the Luke. R2 is a great figure with a swivel head, even though the back is missing. Just got a plastic bag in a modern Lego set. No, we've only got plastic bags in the Star Wars sets. I don't even think many Star Wars sets have had the paper bag treatment yet. In 2026, you got a rock. A rock. That's crazy, a plastic bag in a big set as well. Yeah, Lego is still transitioning, aren't they? Are they? They're going to pull paper bags out of 35 countries next. I tell you, Lego are never not catching strays for that. For as long as Lego are releasing things, I'm going to keep bringing it up. That's crazy. Can't believe Luke, no printed arms. The dual molded legs is understandable, but printed arms? Especially with 3PO. 3PO, the dual molded printed arm fig is, well, the dual molded right leg is coming in every set. Isn't it? The dual molded leg. That's, oh no, the dual molded leg was on a keyring. It's coming in sets £80 and over, but printed arms are the only thing. Still get plastic, no paper. Yeah, so much for rolling out paper. I remember 2024 when Lego had an article how they're replacing plastic with paper going into 2025. And as of January, there was a big thing, no more plastic. Lego had completely done out with it. A year later, and we're still opening boxes to plastic. This is in the UK. I know some people in the UK will get paper bags, but not everyone. Goes to show. I think it's crazy that they've not outdone plastic yet. When are they going to be done with it? I don't think anytime soon. It's to look good. Every time they get quizzed about it, it's, oh yeah, we're also doing this. Oh yeah, all plants are going to be made from plants only. I don't even think they're still doing that. If anything else is to go by. It's nice seeing what Lego are trying to do. But we're Star Wars fans. Do or do not, there is no try. It comes down to it being as simple as that. If you're trying to do something, you're not succeeding. Take a look at what you're doing, find out what's wrong, and do it. Do it. Find a way. If you're failing to do it, this is where the land speeders come back into it. If you're failing to do something, that's okay. You're not going to get it right first time. Some land speeders have been a little less than what the community has expected from Lego. So they did it again, and they did it better. They did it better, kept doing it better, and everyone, no matter what they feel about Luke land speeders, everyone has a favourite Luke land speeder. There is one that stands out for a particular reason, even if that reason is you just don't hate it enough. You can't find enough things to hate about it. Everyone has a favourite Luke land speeder, and that's been the Lego way. But now it feels like, I know Lego say they're like literally anti-politics, but they're playing politics way too much to be anti-politics. They're definitely playing into it. What are these pieces needed for? Almost got half of the elements. How are we only halfway there? Are these for the side? Oh, I guess they are. All right, these would work then. Get two more of the other one. If I can find it. There does become a point where they push it away and try to stop certain progressions so much that it starts hurting them. I think the Smart Brick is a nice touch for the Star Wars line. Not only is it a genuinely really cool toy that I wish I had when I was younger. I remember minifig Jez showing off some of the old, I think it was City, some of the old lights and sound bricks that you'd like clip the bricks on top and the sirens would go on a fire truck, and I would have loved those growing up. They would have been awesome. More of them. But I never knew anything about them, and they kind of died out for the 2000s. I don't remember seeing any of them. Maybe it wasn't a Star Wars thing. Maybe that's why I didn't see any of them. Where did these pieces go? No, they were back. Ah, this one. I think I've been putting the drawers in backwards now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What were the other sets coming out? Luke's X-Wing Microfighter. That's what led us here, wasn't it? Luke's X-Wing Microfighter. It's got potential because I do quite like the X-Wing Microfighter builds. The only thing is, we're going to get R2-D2's head without a body. Do we need an R2-D2 head? Do we need a Luke minifigure? Like, that's what I don't understand with this specific Microfighter. Plo Koon's Microfighter smashed it. The Rex Y-Wing Microfighter smashed it. What's Luke's offering? We've already got an X-Wing that we could make to look like a Red 5. We don't actually have enough detailed elements to make the Red 5 wing pattern. Not at Microfighter scale. And we don't need a Luke. You can pick up Luke in the magazine. You can pick up Luke in a bunch of countless books. You've also then targeted at kids got a Smart Brick set. I just don't know what the Microfighters offering. I don't know what Lego are saying with the Microfighter. Like, what are they trying to do with the Microfighter? No one wants an X-Wing Luke unless it's got some really nice detail, and they didn't get a chance to pick up the keyring because that had just as many issues as the first Paddleback back in the day. Where are these dish elements? They've gone into hiding more than Yoda. Oh, what if I haven't sorted them out yet? Oh, there we go. They're on my other tray. Yeah, I've still got countless elements that aren't in the drawers. I forget about those. I don't think the X-Wing Microfighter is going to sell well, which is a shame after... Unless... Oh! Oh! It could offer something really nice. And I've just made a video on Plo's Delta. We found a cockpit for it. And that could be what the X-Wing Microfighter offers. The same cockpit as the Smart Brick set in a cheaper price bracket. This is going to be like £12.99. I don't think we're going to see a reduction in it. And it is nice that we're getting minifigures with like Mando and Grogu. We got Luke and R2 in this, I'm sure. Plo and Plo's droid. We need an eater. That would be fun. But unless the cockpit's included, which Microfighters haven't had to date, and I also think including the cockpit is fun. I like that from a mock point of view. But including it as a set, you might as well, some of the deltas, you might as well fig scale and make a little bigger at that, at the £20 price range, maybe 20 odd pounds. It's an awkward spot for Lego. I don't see how an X-Wing Microfighter has made it through when there are so many other ships that would have been great in that spot. Like I say, an eater. Everyone wants an eater, don't we? In Microfighter form, we could get an eater with a Clone Wars Anakin. We are rumored to be getting Anakin's Jedi Delta, Jedi Starfighter. The Delta is the same ship as Kenobi's. 7B model would be Clone Wars, wouldn't it? As opposed to, well, I don't know. I don't think we see Anakin flying another Delta other than his Clone Wars one. He does fly a few different ships. Just not sure multiple Deltas. And then finally, Luke versus Vader on Bespin. So we're seeing a load of repeats. Bespin's going to be nice. That's going to be an improved model. The Delta 7B is going to have its improvements from Kenobi's. And the Bounty Hunter Pursuit. It's about time we've got some of these remakes. Ewok Village. When was the last one? Too long ago. Way too long ago. Halfway through with the parts. Yes, almost there. What else do we need? We've got that, got that, got that. Actually, we might be slightly further than halfway through with the parts. Let's see if I can speed it up. In terms of other sets I want remade, I think a Y-Wing is high on that list, but I didn't build the Yavin set. I didn't build the Yavin Temple set, so I didn't end up building the Y-Wing from that. And not only do I want to build that temple, because I thought it'd be really cool to turn that into a Jedi temple, I tried doing that without building it. If it's that good, maybe we'll revisit it. Slopes. They're all in one drawer. But also, the Y-Wing from that is a bit smaller. It reminds me of the A-Wing in the Final Duel Smart Brick set. It's slightly smaller, but still packs the same detail. I think the A-Wing isn't quite minifigure scale in that Final Duel. But I've been enjoying these smaller ships. It would be nice if they were a little cheaper, if I'm being completely honest. And that's it. Oh, one more. One more grey part. Wait, no, I put it back. Where did I put it back? Clearly not where I thought it was. Oh, that's why I didn't find it earlier. Because it is in that first drawer. How many? 4? Y-Wing playset. I'll be honest, a lot of the sets that are coming out, the Sandcrawler, the Ewok Village, Bounty Hunter Pursuit, kind of the posters as well. What else we got? The upscaled Darth Vader. It'd be nice if that runs into a Luke and Leia down the line. I still think Luke / Leia, maybe that's a 2-in-1. Maybe that's a good 2-in-1. Leia would have her belt. Luke would have his belt. Wait, why is that the perfect 2-in-1? Plain white legs. You'd need tan boots for Luke. You would need tan boots for Luke. Maybe tan boots for Luke and a brick-built cape. Oh, upscale Darth Vader is going to need a massive cape. Is that going to be a material piece? I think even at that size, that's a good paper piece. Just because of how thick they'd have to make it. Or like a card piece, not paper. Oh, no, it was tan. Oh, there's definitely a white element in here. I wonder if Vader would have a cape. They already have the design. They'd have to upscale it like 6 times. That could be interesting. Let me bring back up the desk cam as I'm hunting through this. Oh, wait. Where'd it go? I saw it in the camera. Yes. The quickest I've ever hunted for a Lego brick. Almost there with the parts for the anti-venom mech. And then we'll get round to building that. Oh, how did these fit in? Let me show you that tub. How did all of these come from that tub without it overflowing? Because this is the height of the drawer. So I don't want to try to shut this and end up scraping off the top layer. Oh. Kind of want the Vader mech to come with a cape now. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't. They're all sort of sets that I have on my wish list right now. 2-0 to West Ham. Fantastic. I'll have to catch that in the highlights. Ooh. Where were we? Final rest of the black elements. So I'm going to grab some slopes. Oh, loads of them. How many do I need? Double it. Double it, double it, double it. Double it like that. You know what? Oh, we might need the studs. Oh, do we need the studs? How many is there? 7. Do we need the studs? Kinda need the studs on that one. Let's see what we got. We could mix it up, have a few white, a few black. Oh yeah, do we need the longer arms? 2 of them. You're asking a lot now. I barely had 1. Surely, oh, I do have 2. I think that was from the Stormtrooper. And I've still got my white Vader. I wonder if I finish parting that out. So let's find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they can be black. Yeah, I'll get 3 black, 3 white. Hold on, I thought I'd have loads in black. Do I only have grey? What? No, surely not. That's not true. That's kind of plausible. That's not how it's meant to go. Well, grey it is. I guess we've got a white and grey mech. Maybe it will break up the white. Ah, offside. When Lego announces, hold up. Offside goals in Lego. When Lego announces a brand new set, like the Sandcrawler, like the Endor Village, and then it turns out they're like 4+ sets. Wait. We got to VAR that. We got to go to VAR. Oh, so many a time. Hasn't there been? Well, Lego has announced a set, everyone's got really excited for it, and then it's come out, and it's not been a bad set. I don't I do think Lego are almost incapable of making bad sets. Even the AT-ST that come from The Last Jedi, that was shunned because it was just the legs of an AT-ST. But when you think about it, those legs could be added to any old AT-ST and you've just got improved legs for cheaper. I think Lego were testing the waters there just to see their limits and to see what the community were expecting, to see what the community would be happy with. And we said no to that. And that is why we don't have any Luke Landspeeder engine sets. That would be the next microfighter. 4 slopes. Oh, good question. Where are the slopes? Well, they're not in there. Oh, I've got... Oh, I forgot about these. All right, these are wheels and like seasonal bits. No arches in any of them. But I did forget we had more drawers over there. I'm going to have to be reminded of that. But yeah, it's a reason why we don't have any more AT-ST leg sets as well. I wonder how many. It was really the only opportunity we had for that. But there have been ships that have been broken, that have been destroyed. And you see the memes every May 4th of the Alderaan playset, which is just a bunch of brown bricks, or the blown up Death Star, or, you know, Starkiller Base. They go through all of them. And it's something that Lego could do for an April Fool's. Just release, genuinely for 1 month, just for April, release a box of brown bricks under the Star Wars license. The amount of attention, as long as it's like a one-off. Yearly it would die down real quick, but as a one-off, the amount of attention that that would get leading up to May 4th, and then everyone with their exclusive Alderaan bricks. Maybe if they did it sand red, that would get everyone excited, but people might go too crazy for that. That's a rare colour. Too rare for a joke Star Wars set. And also they'd have to bring back sand red, which I don't think any part has been manufactured in sand red in a very long time. That sounds like a lot of trouble that Lego would have to go through for just 1 April Fool's. Uncle Baru and Aunt Owen? No, Uncle Owen and Aunt Baru would also be another set where it's just 2 skeletons on a sandy base plate. I saw a really good one actually that someone had made. It was a burn Anakin and Kenobi round a campfire. That's a set. It looked like the Miniland models as well. That's a set that I would definitely be interested in picking up. Alright, dark. I think I'm gonna go with the light grey for this one. I'll save the dark grey for the Moles mech that we may or may not get around to building at some point. I might get too distracted and forget about that, honestly. Oh no! After an offside, it's 1-1. What pieces? What pieces we got left? I thought we were basically done. Oh, yeah, I don't have any more of the brackets, so I need to find that. And the brackets aren't here. I think I left them over there. We got the brackets. We need the frying pan studs. Some of those in white, but I think I'll go with light bluish grey. As the set asks. We need, oh, another slope. Another one. Another slope. This time they have the venomized one. Is there a way we can just get a spider on there rather than a slope? If we have a jumper, yeah, we could nick the spider. Okay, jumpers. Oh, first time I found them. 2 slopes. I'm getting quick with it. Oh wait, why did I say that? 2 slopes, 2x3. Oh, and those car elements, they're not in a drawer yet. I don't know where those spider webs would be. They might be in an old drawer. Eeny meeny. They definitely strike me as a piece that would be in here. But there's not many elements in here. There's so many odd colours. Right, it might be in one of the new ones. Not this one. The element is like, I found the spiderweb drawer. That's in one of the back drawers, back right, like 3 drawers down. But this is the half one that have been used for a load of spider bots. Probably used for the hands here, because the Venom mech goes back a few years. I feel like it's only like 2 years, because the Moles mech can't be, well, no, the Moles mech can be like 10 years old. The Moles mech probably is 10 years old. I've had that for a while. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. This one should be the one that has the other ones, yeah. Did I combine them? Nope, not that one. Not combined then. Ooh. No, not in there. It's definitely got to be in a bag. I don't think I have enough for a drawer. Oh wait, unless it's one of those elements that hasn't been sorted again. Nope. Not that one. Maybe it is in this drawer that I don't know about. Surely not. Surely not. Surely, no way. It's in my very first bag drawer. I do literally have 8 of these. Maybe 10. Maybe 10 of them in the bag. It's a pretty decent bag. Does share it with one other round bar element. But how has that been in there the whole time? I would have thought I'd have thrown it out after not using it a few times. And then, finally, is this the last piece? And we can get round to building. We've been parting this out for about an hour. We've been talking for most of that. No, the arches. Ah, I forgot the arches. Alright, well, the penultimate piece then. Might not be the last piece, but it's the second to last element. I didn't notice how much that was wobbling. And it's the undercarriage for the cars. Like we said with Spider-Man's arm, it has the slopes on top. We've got new elements to go under that, and they are in the drawers because they're right in front of the other ones, aren't they? Oh, what drawer? Yeah, you know what? I can't remember what drawer that was in. And we want these in. It's asking for black. I don't think we have white. We do have dark bluish grey. Do we have 3 on top? Oh wait. No, we have a 6 length in white. Could we double it up? Could we double it up? Let's take a little look, a little sneak peek. I think we could double it up in white. Oh, we can't because of the wedges on top. Oh, really? Wedges? I don't even think I have 3 of these white pieces anyway, so I don't think that would have worked. Just waiting for one more. Come on, one more. Wrong size. What's the Pirates of the Caribbean guy say? Like too long. Just that. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. And finally, I need to locate those arches. Where did I put them? If they didn't make a drawer, they might be on the floor. My new motto, because there is... Oh no, there isn't anything on the floor anymore. There used to be quite a few things on the floor. Did everything get a drawer? When I bought these drawers, I thought that I'd be able to fit 2/3 of everything into the drawer. I ended up fitting everything into like 2 of these drawer units. I bought a few more than that. And it was surprising how easy it all went in. Because these drawers are half filled at best. That plate drawer at the start of the video is one of the fullest drawers on the left hand side. What am I looking for? Oh, yes. Slopes. The slopes are in a big bag to themselves. But it's just a matter of where that big bag is. I think I'm going to start building this mech and we can take a look at the slopes afterwards. Look at all these pieces on the desk. That would be a fun mech to build blindfolded. After building Spider-Man, I think I'd have a decent shot at getting it to look like a mech. It would look like a mech. It wouldn't look like the Venom mech. But we're not trying to build the Venom mech, we're trying to build the anti-Venom mech. So, let's start putting these all together. Hopefully you can see some of the colour swaps that I'm doing. But I think a good rule of thumb is to get as many white elements as you can. And rather than black, it seems we've gone for light bluish grey as our secondary colour. I think black was a bit too black and white, even for anti-Venom here. Gonna lower him into camera. He can watch his mech being built. Maybe this is a suit that Spider-Man controls. New headcanon in way of villain mechs. They're all controlled by the superhero to do good tasks. That way they can like essentially embarrass the villain in front of everyone by making them like simple tasks as well. We're not talking about saving people. We're talking about cleaning graffiti and like saving a cat from a tree sort of superhero tasks. Nothing too grand. We don't want them to get famous for it. We just want them to help out. Did I get the bracket in the end? Yeah. Yeah, because I emptied the bag for it. Here it is. And what was this towel for? Why does Venom have a towel? We don't find out yet. Just got to keep building. Sure thing. Trust in the towel, I guess. Where's those rounded plates? I might switch these out to grey, just so we've got some white on the front. Yeah, grey shoulders and a white crotch. Doesn't sound too pleasant though, does it? Oh, that's something that I never got. The front case. Do I have one in there? Where are the other mechs? Where? Not a mech. That's the bag of orders. I might have to steal Captain Fox's torso. And the funny thing is, I might have to steal it back for a project that I'll be working on come this weekend, is the one I mentioned about the battle pack. Hopefully, if I can go ahead with that, Are we needing the white torso back? Maybe not from this one. I'll take it from my amalgamation mech. We've got one on the Stormtrooper, one on Luke's X-Wing. And I do think that is all so far. Instead of adding the printed tile, what I'm going to do is add a jumper and that Miles Morales CMF. We're going to be stealing the spider from it and using that as our printed tile. The Anti-Venom minifigure has a spider on the torso. We've got a spider on the torso of this mech. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if there isn't a 2x2 tile with a spider similar to this. Perhaps not in white. But you probably could get a tile. I think the real spider is like a little drone as well. It can pop off and act as a little scout. Again, maybe this spider is the one that's looking out for Anti-Venom so that Spider-Man doesn't need to monitor it the whole time. I'm liking these totally canon. It's totally canon lore behind a Lego set. Lego lore. There's one underside slope. Good thing it's not with the slopes. But it still confused me. Oh no, we run out of room. So the stream has cut. How have we run out of room? Hold on. How? Oh, I suppose it hasn't been actually delete. Like, you can delete older stuff, but it doesn't proper delete it. Yeah, that's something that I always forget. Oh well, that's alright. There probably will be a video on these mechs coming out, but going forward, I'll probably keep the streams and the videos separate. That way those of you that are chiming into the streams get some sneak peeks into future videos, things that I've mentioned, things that I'll mention and forget as well, and forget to mention in the video. Like this secret lore. I don't know if I'll forget it, but there's a good chance I do. Very easy bottom of the mech. Compared to Spider-Man as well. I think Spider-Man had a bit more work in like brackets and then the separate slopes and then the quarter tiles as well at the front. We are. Where was I? Yes, the white crotch that I mentioned earlier. Runaway Lego brick. It's always fun with the hip pieces of these mechs that they can just swivel. Let me see if I can angle this up a little. No? Should I have left it where it was? Maybe. Get a little swivel action with it. So you can launch the characters across the room. Not for long. Anti-Venom's going to have his own mech to battle. This is what the mech could have been. Similar to Spider-Man and Doc Ock's mech battle, we could have got Spider-Man and Anti-Venom's mech battle. And that's something that would be a little more appealing. Right. Also to the side, this is the legs, is it? Could be an arm, but given the first step is to put two of these joints on, I'm going to assume it's a leg. The arms are typically built into. Actually, they're built into, but this element will also push the fingers out further. This element there will push the fingers out further than they would be. Very similar to what Spidey here has done. In fact, exactly like Spidey here. These on the outside, so this is the lower leg. Nice tooth joint. And some slopes. Yeah, I'm liking the grey. How many of these? So these are these. I forgot the 1x2s. Oh no. Switch them out to slopes, and that way 3 more 1x2s. That way it gives a slightly more smoothed off finish, which I think Venom would have. You kind of picture Venom as the spiky tentacles, like the plant element that we saw with the Spider-Man mech. But also Venom is one symbiote, so they're going to be quite smooth. They're going to be smoother than you think. Dish number 1. And dish number 2. What they could do with these dishes is, rather than using a Technic pin, use a 1x2 element and get a dish on the other side. Give it some depth on the back end. But this is an old set that we're looking at here, so maybe that's something that we'll see in a future mech. There's the 2 legs, feet time, and Venom, unlike Spider-Man, has some chunky feet. Not feet shaming here, but they are pretty big compared to what we've seen. Oh, did I get anything for these elements? I don't know if I swapped it out for slopes. We might need a few more slopes. Let's get another few. Better to be safe than not have enough slopes. Totally said that before. Oh, hold on. Do we need 2 of these? Because I only got 1. Wait. Did it say 2? Did it say 2 in the back? Yeah, I'm going to say this is my error, but I don't remember it saying 2. Just for the record, I don't think it said 2. Oh, also, shouldn't we get those in white? Any white 2x2s? Plenty of white 2x2s. Actually, just as much as great. That's surprising. I feel like white elements come and go. It's 2x2s, 2x4s I don't expect to have as much as I do. But I guess I do. Won't find me complaining. And again, we got black versions of these. You know what? These are the first black elements we're using. I think I'm going to keep them. We do need a bit more black for anti-venom. Oh, and these are the foot joints. Hey. Slopes on the backs of them. Slopes on the fronts of them. Slopes everywhere. There's only meant to be 1 slope on the foot, but because we've switched out the other piece to a slope, we've got some really slopey feet. Could have used a thicker slope. Wouldn't have got away with a thicker slope, I guess. And then that's the feet done. The legs don't go all the way forward because of the joint connection, but that does help to counterbalance the arms eventually. Let's get anti-venom in the seat. And what we should have done was built a giant cash machine as well to go with them. Essentially building the polybag as a mech battle. Oh, that's a good idea. That could be the middle element that we need. All right, 2 arms. That's the right arm. That's the left arm. Maybe the other way around. No, that is right. There we go. Something that the mech battles need, something that a lot of Lego sets need, is that extra little... I think it breathes a bit of life into them. The surrounding, that little cash machine, that little bit of Yavin, that little something, just to show that there is a scene being played out here, that there is something going on, more so than just a mech battle. Because Lego sets look great on display, but what makes a playset is that surrounding, is those 2 things that can interact. That allows for the play. Battle packs, I think, are really hitting onto that, with a brand new battle pack coming with a little barricade That allows you to take the small ship that you're used to getting in battle packs and use it. Make a scene. You don't have to fully imagine things. And I don't think it's been an issue with LEGO Star Wars battle packs. I do think it has been recently, but back in like 20, whenever you were buying battle packs, chances are there'd be a droid battle pack on shelves. You don't really find it now. You get a clone battle pack, sometimes it will come with droids, sometimes it will be a bit bigger. But even then, they remove the rocky terrain and there's not much of a scene set. Where are these 2x3s? What? Oh, here we go. And what do I need? 2 of them. Yes. Hey! Found them! It's something that we take for granted for some sets, and other sets, it just doesn't feel right. It's weird that we feel that, well, it's weird that I feel that way about them. Because, like I say, it's not guaranteed, it's not something we've had forever, it's just something that I miss when it's not there. Oh, there is only one wedge. We could have swapped that for a... Could have kept it a wedge. No need to swap it out. One thumb. One bracket. What's the bracket? Maybe that's for like a secret web slot. Because there were a few web accessories with this. That's... on top, rather than using a 1x3, which isn't a very common element in my arsenal right now, you use a 1x1 used before and just swap it out for a 1x2. Much cheaper to part out than a 1x3 right now. Although Ninjago Polybag, the Zane car last year, came with quite a few 1x3s. So it's definitely getting more common by the day. Is there even more slopes? Oh, this is where the arches were, yes. Of course it is. One elbow. 2 elbow. Also allows Spider-Man to fly off the elbows. And then on top of the elbows, we have the slopes. Huh. Quite nice there. Oh, hold on, I forgot to be adding the hands. I just ignored the lower arm. Oh, the way that fits with the elbow is beautiful. Just over the dish. It's not like a perfect fit. It's a pretty nice fit though. And then 4 fingers, 4 claws on each side. Even though anti-venom isn't venom, I still think they'd have clawed hands. Quite terrifying, like dinosaur teeth. Dinosaur teeth on the end of your wrist. There we are. With all the Spider-Man cars we're getting, why haven't we seen a transforming car? Why haven't we seen a transforming car into a mech? Why haven't we seen that in Ninjago? Honestly, that's the real question. Look at that grip. Wait. Rancor? That's a Rancor hand. I don't know if these fingers exist in brown. Do we have any? Do we have any in brown? Yes! Yes, it exists in brown. We have them in brown. I know these claws exist in tan as well, because I got a load of them in the T-Rex skull that I showed off at the start of the stream as the Mythosaur display. So I've actually got a load of them. Oh, we might have to make a Rancor mech. How cool would that be? I mean, a Rancor minifigure is cursed. Let's not go there. But just like the Sentinel, we'd just build a... Oh no, we run out of white arms. I can't count. I'm picturing... Oh, we got battery low. Oh no, how low? Is it like 20% or is it critically low? Oh, it's critically low. No, come back. Oh wait, we're back. Are we back? Are we... Yeah, we're back. Hey! All right, let me see if I can plug it in. I'm picturing a minifigure for the Rancor that looks like what's a Scrappy Doo? Scrappy Doo that looks like Scrappy Doo from Scooby Doo when he's shrinking and still has the massive head. Oh no, I've dropped the cord and not noticed. Where it comes up here. Where's it then? Oh, it comes up and goes directly back down. At least this will preserve life a little longer if I plug it in. Hopefully, it won't try to switch to the USB though, because I don't have it set up for that. There we go. Stay alive. Stay alive. Come on, like 15 more minutes, please. Let me talk about Rancor arms. Yeah, Scrappy Doo from the Scooby-Doo movie. I think it was the first one. Might be the second one. I'm just picturing that as a Rancor minifigure. Tiny arms and legs with a massive head to go on top. It's a shame that Rancor is a complete mold, because it means we can't just nab the head. We'd need to connect it. I think Spider-Man has done well for mechs this year though. These are Rancor arms. I'm not accepting anything else. Totally Rancor arms. And then we're 2 slopes away, or 4 slopes away from an anti-venom mech. Where do these pieces go? Did I miss these on the... Oh no, they're the next step. They're the next step. These pieces come out the elbow. Oh, and there's some big elements. I didn't get those. We've got some teeth. Where would these viney bits be? Oh, we only have one. This is crazy, but the final piece we need for this mech is on the gum fruit from earlier, the squidgy one. We're gonna have to take this for now. It will go back. I'm sure I'll remember it years down the line. But we're going to have to take it and add it to our anti-venom mech. Just out here on the side. And the other piece... Oh, we didn't get it out of the back. The other piece on the other side. I really want to build a Rancor mech now. I'm so happy I built this anti-venom mech. Just like so. Still haven't found what that clip on the back is for. Hopefully we'll find that out. You know what? This gives that little spark that I was looking for from this mech. This is exactly what I was expecting. There we go. We have the anti-venom mech. Slopes pending. We could, instead of slopes, add... Yeah, we could build up the arm now. Instead of these 2x2 slopes, if I get some 1x4 slopes, and some 1x4 slopes, maybe even just some 1x1s to put underneath. Where's that tower gone? Where's it gone? When you don't need it, it's all you can find. When you want it, it's nowhere to be seen. That should be Lego's motto. Here we go. Switch up the shoulders a little bit. I'm not a fan of the new mechs that have the extra shoulder padding. I think for a mech, if they had a helmet, or even if they had like a cockpit piece over the top, this Venom mech has the rounded off plates. I think a lot of older mechs did have a little support for the head. If they had a cockpit on there, it would look a bit better. But because there's no cockpit, it's just this extra shoulder detail that goes higher than the minifigure inside and just doesn't look too good at all. What was that? What was that notch in the back? We've just got this random thing to hold. I don't... Oh, the spider web. And that's what Miles is swinging on. Well, I can tell you, I can get the one off the gingerbread set, but that is not going to hold on to anything. What I can do, is take the Mando display Where would I have put that Mando big display? Oh no, I had it on the side. I must have put it away. There is an element that could fit on this, actually a Technic element, and then you could have the display that rounds off. But as we've got the two mechs here, I guess there's no need for that extra piece. Spider-Man mech, anti-venom mech with those venom claws. And yeah, the stud underneath, I guess, is for spiderweb elements. Can anti-venom spawn webs? I guess it's venom at that point, isn't it? It's more venom than spider webs. So I'll add the new anti-venom element just under the hand. Not quite as impressive as the web, but you know, they're cooking something up. Look at those Rancor mitts. You don't want to be on the other end of that. That is terrifying. And what does the new mech cost? Spider-Man mech. The new mech is £25, including Doc Ock and Spider-Ghost. I think we'd get Spider-Man, Venom, anti-venom. Maybe they would throw Venom in. Maybe that is the character that they'd do again. I'm gonna whack in Spider-Woman. I'm gonna whack in Spider-Woman because we got her in Venom's car, and this could be the £25 set instead of the vehicle. I think this is awesome. Gives you action figures as well, and then you can play around with both of these. But I am running on fumes for this camera, even plugged in. It's saying no, it wants to go to sleep. So I'm going to leave the stream there. There'll be a video on this, and I'll probably have the bank built as well to go with them both, because I do think the Polybag's decent. I'm just not convinced about that figure. Real quick, I kept the Dreamling torso just so I could pop the head off of Anti-Venom and place it on the Dreamling body, just like so. There we go. That's the little Venom. I think it does look like Anti-Venom has taken over Groot. Maybe that is a little Easter egg to an Anti-Venom Groot scene in the Spider-Man 2's game. I have to get round to playing that. I think a mech would have done so much better. Maybe 2026 is our mech era. Maybe we can make Ewok mechs and Rancor mechs. Rancor mechs is definitely something I want to do, given this. Maybe we could get like Boba in a Rancor mech. Oh, now we're cooking. But that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully Forest missed their pen and we can win with a last minute goal. But until next time, thank you for watching, and may the bricks be with you always.